Last human.
Welcome, internet stranger, fair wanderer of the vast ye webs. How do you today? I doff my cap to you. Thank you for wandering by. Maybe you can make yourself a hot beverage like I have. I'm having I like to have a hot cocoa in the afternoon. I like the theobromine. I'm a theobromine person. I'm not a caffeine person. But we're getting ahead of myself here because you don't know me. I don't know you. But please get a hot beverage or a beverage of your choice and sit down with me for a second and let's just have a quick chat because I am interested in getting to know you. And I'll tell you why. Because this channel, this series, I mean, the channel has existed for some time, but the series itself, we're on technically episode 1. We did a pilot before, just so I could get comfortable, and that's what you're supposed to do. Point being is, we definitely, if you're watching this, there's less than 5 views. So I have no idea how you got here. Because every time I get on YouTube, first of all, I never see a video without 1 million views these days. And I understand those are famous channels, right? And they also started with 0 views. I'm not purporting to be somebody who's ever going to get to 1 million views. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And that's maybe not even what I want. But maybe it is. But the point is that even on those channels, at some point, they started with 5 views, right? But all the time that I've used YouTube, I've never seen a video with 5 views. I mean, occasionally. So, I don't know who you are, but that makes you an interesting person. And maybe I've talked too much about how weird you are. And I should talk more about what this channel, what I want it to be. And I think the key thing here is I need you, right? I need you to help me make this channel what I think. Not only that I want it to be, but what I think it should be, which is I want to build something of a community. That sounds kind of lame when I say it like that, but yeah, I think we're all scrolling a lot and we're all sitting at home still as if we were in COVID. And I even know it's 6 years later and we've all been consumed by the algorithm, right? And I think there's an opportunity here. Basically, the goal of the show, I think, is I kind of want to be like an adult Mr. Rogers. So, right? So I'll still say fuck, but I'm going to be really nice about it. You stupid little cunt. Yeah, and so I still don't know what that looks like. I'm making segments. I'm doing this very quickly, like in a couple hours on a Saturday afternoon. And so that's why it seems maybe kind of cut up. I'm in my kitchen, right? This is not a lot of effort going into this. But one way you can help me is, because I just want to get to know you, right? Let's have a conversation. Let's be humans. So write me at last human. That's 6 lasts at Gmail. Human. Last. Oh boy. Last human. Okay. All right. So write me at last human at gmail.com. And yeah, tell me how you're doing. again, that's lasthuman@gmail. And tell them what's going on. And we'll start a conversation. I'll probably read it on the show here. So if you don't want your name read, let me know. Or give me a fake name. No reason to tell me who you really are. That would... Yeah, no, you can't do that, right? But yeah, so, okay. It's time for our next segment. Let's talk Zen koans. Everybody loves Zen koans. Nothing gets a show started like talking about koans and Zen. Everybody loves to talk about Zen. Seriously though, it's a very interesting subject I've been into lately. For those of you who don't know what Zen is, it is the distilling of the essence of existence in a practice. It is a form of Buddhism, but it's a really cool form of Buddhism. And it's really sexy and romantic because it's got all these cool sayings, right? And that's what everybody's attracted to. There's a fundamental portion to it that really you should understand if you're going to get anything out of it. But it's also got these really cool sayings. Those sayings are known as koans. And the point of a koan is that it is supposed to incite a understanding of the essence of existence that goes beyond logical interpretation or understanding. And so it's about experiential understanding, direct experience. And one of the koans that I was listening to, a book called The Gateless Gate. And it's a very famous Zen koan book. And I think it was written in the 70s, which makes it sound less cool, but no, it wasn't written in the 70s. The translation, scratch all that. Point is that it is, it's got a lot of koans in it, and one of them is an old master who was known for saying to himself when he was all alone, he would say, "Master, Master," and then he would reply to himself, "Yes, yes." Now, it sounds insane when you say it out loud. But this the point is that the point of the koan was that I think this one's less of a koan than it is like a Zen story, but it's that he was always guarded against not being present to the point where he created a multiple personality and did so well beyond his enlightenment, which begs the question of whether or not he was really enlightened, I guess. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to recommendations. What are you doing? Another segment I thought we could do is recommendations. So this is this week's recommendation. This week's recommendation is it's a musical recommendation. It is The Books. The Books. Have you ever heard of The Books? I should have written more down here. I believe it's a Dutch-American duo. I know one of them played the cello, and one of them played the guitar, at least. Those were some of the instruments. But they made really good music, very interesting music, found sound music. So they took a lot of samples from found sound and put it together. And I'll give you some recommendations. Smells Like Content is probably the most easily accessible one, and the most, while still being really unique. The Lemon of Pink, beautiful song, just gorgeous all around, just so good. And Vogue Dig for Klopperbach, which it's got like a psychedelic quality to it that is kind of indescribable. Even though I can't pronounce the title, it is a very, very good song. The books, listen to them. You can go on YouTube, the albums are there. They're all weird, they're all super weird. And most of the songs take a lot of patience. But the ones I recommended there are probably the most easily accessible, and anyways, time for top 10. And this week's top 10, top 10 fruits ranked by how little I trust them. Number 10, the avocado. It's ripe for like, 7 minutes? And you have to be home when it happens. Number 9, strawberries. They're moldy by morning, and the seeds are on the outside. Number 8, grapes. They travel in packs, and always at least one of them is bad. Number 7, bananas. They just turn on you so quickly. Number 6, pineapple. Full armor, just completely overprotecting itself. What are you hiding, right? You're so afraid of pineapple. Number 5, cherries. It's a rock in the center. Number 4, watermelon. It demands total commitment without giving you anything at all up front. Number 3, figs. Tiny shrunken heads. Delicious, but I don't trust them. Number 2, durian. It's the only fruit that's banned in hotels. You gotta do something really bad to be banned in hotels. And number 1, coconut. The coconut kills more people than sharks. I never know what to do with my hands. So, if you're still here, then I really don't know who you are. Why are you still here? How did you get here? How did you get here? And why are you still watching? Email me, please. Email me at lasthuman. Again, that's 6 lasts. Last. No, it's 5 lasts. Last humans. 5 lasts. So again, email me at lasthuman. 5 lasts human at gmail.com, and tell me why. What? It's gonna help, right? You're gonna help. You can be one of the first ones that contributed to this show and made it better. And together, right, maybe we can make something. Maybe not. Maybe this is a terrible idea. But maybe it is not a terrible idea, and it is something we can make. And I can get like a proper background with like a green screen, or that's what I want. I think next I want to have a background with some green screen and like maybe 50s water skiing. You know, this old montage of like people with caps, the water caps, and they're skiing behind a big tin boat, smiling endlessly, like they're having a really good time. Kind of like a grainy color. Is that in the 50s? It might be the 60s. Yeah. Anyways, thanks so much, weirdo, for still watching, and maybe we'll see you if there's a next week. We'll how do I end this? We'll see you next week, right? Yeah. Hey, and if there's a next week, we'll see you next week. I need to sign off. Is that my sign off? Okay. Yeah. All right.